Okay, or values can be inherited through our environment, social environment. Okay, what we interact with our peers, with our elders. So whether it is political ideology, values, social ideologies or values, they all are inculcated by that, because it's a formidable stage where you learn. We see, even in freedom movement, educated middle class, etc., they are the ones who fought the freedom movement and brought about value change in our society. See, civil services experience, my journey has changed me as a person. My value also has changed. How it was before and how I am now is completely different because of the experience. Constant success. And what are the source of values? You tell me, what is the source of your values? See, in this context, ethics, values, everything. See, even if a question is asked, what is the source of ethics? Can be that also. Okay. So from the society, we can say we learn these values from our constitution, rules, laws, legislature. Yes, we can say that. Okay, so what is considered constitutional or constitutional values, we say, no? So those also can be our source, right? So that is very simple source, okay, of values. So basically, how do we inculcate these values? Very briefly, see, one is awareness, knowledge. See, this is where training, this is where education, teaching, etc., comes into picture, because these, when you go as civil servants for training, they inculcate values to you, okay, by enhancing the knowledge about that particular values to you. For example, in education institution also, what they're doing, they're inculcating knowledge, so that knowledge will help you to develop that values, belief, right? Through knowledge you learn something, learning, believing, etc. So knowledge. Then based on the implication and outcome, meaning if you have inculcated certain good values, for example, and something good happens, you will strengthen those values. You did something and something wrong happened over in your through your experience, then you will reject those values. Okay, then belief also will help in shaping your value system. Actions, okay, good actions leads to good value system or vice versa. And internalization, okay, when you critically think about those values, you tend to internalize those values, and that becomes permanent. See, sometimes what happens is, if I go on telling you right answer, right answer, right answer, you are given knowledge, okay, you are shown good and bad also, you are made to act also. Until you internalize, they don't become a part of you. Integrity, honesty, empathy, anything is like that only, unless you internalize it. When you start believing the merit of it, and you truly value it or cherish it or something like that, that's called as internalization. You understood? Superficial, by knowing somebody forcing you, it is superficial, it's still external. When you truly believe its merits, it becomes internalized. So that's a stage, or that's a ways through which we inculcate these values. See, then coming to the source values, it is said that sometimes values are natural, inherent, okay, or values can be inherited through our environment, social environment, okay, what we interact with our peers, with our elders, okay, with teachers, etc. Okay, even personal attributes also play a very important role in inculcating the values. See, for example, two brothers in the same environment may develop different values. Can that happen? Alva? So in the same family, two brothers or two sisters exposed to the same environmental condition, teaching, school, parents, yet they may develop different values. So it is also accepted that values to be inculcated, that are certain attributes like intelligence, ability, attitude, okay, aptitude also are important factor in shaping values. Am I making myself? You think all of you are here, I may be giving you knowledge about a particular value, but not everybody will be able to inculcate those values, because it varies based on your intelligence. It's not the same. Based on your ability to, analyze and do that. Aptitude, okay, aptitude, ability to inculcate new values is aptitude. Okay, so that also determines the development of values. Another important factor that shapes our values, culture. It is two-way, meaning culture shapes your values. And it is also seen that over a period of time, these values also shape our culture. See, if, for example, a society values religion, so culture will be more religious, right? If you value materialism, if a society values materialism, so the culture, movies, what kind of movies will be there? What kind of product will be there sold in the market? What kind of attitude people will have? What kind of educational institution? Things like so. Culture and values, they are two sides of the same coin, influencing each other. All right, so that's what it is here. So values also change. Yeah, so it is very subjective what we just now wrote. We learn new values from people around us, but then basic values remains the same, is what we have written. So let's first do role of family. Very simple. See, the first source of our value system is our family, right? So whatever is the value system of the family, we inculcate as our own. Yes or no? Right? So the foundation, first social organization. So what is practiced in the family automatically becomes our value system. Okay. So as values within the family changes, individuals also have different value. Like let's say an family which does not eat non-veg food, for example, vegetarian. So the value also, the children growing up in that family will be such that. Okay. So a bureaucratic family. So most of them, they will also consider consider civil services, etc., as more valuable compared to others. Doctor's family, politician's family, like that. So whether it is political ideology, values, social ideologies or values, they all are inculcated by that, because it's a formidable stage where you learn everything from your family in the beginning. Okay, next, modeling whatever. So we try also to imitate, mimic our elders, right? See, model our actions, our beliefs based on our parents, elders, brothers, etc. And also, family has as an institution, they prevent or they stop negative tendency. If somebody deviates from the values, it is a family which tries and controls these things. So eliminates negative tendencies by reward and punishment. Makes sense? So if somebody is abiding by the values, they will be rewarded. If somebody goes against the values, they will be punished. Okay, then hero worship. Children identifies with adult. That term is hero worship. So father, mother, their values we inculcate. Or somebody elder, brothers or sisters, we inculcate. That is hero worship. And a conducive environment is very essential for developing knowledge, for developing our creativity, through which we can develop our own value system. If a family is broken family may, there's no support system. Without support system, we cannot develop right values, or we cannot develop the belief and attitude, etc. All right. Then emotional support also is necessary for children to develop a good value, etc. So like this, so family as a whole can play an important role in inculcating values. See, a good healthy family, children born into that, growing into that, will develop good values, become good human being and a valuable member of the society. A broken family, okay, or somebody who is not taken care by this kind of a support system, there may be exceptions, but generally what we see is that individual develops wrong value systems, and this in turn shapes their, so they become antisocial elements, things like that, right? So that is how family play a role. Okay. Okay, so that emotional support will help children to stay strong to their values in spite of uh, so many external factors trying to break this, something like that. So this is the role of family. 1, 2, 3. So it's all about that. 10 points you write. As much as possible, diverse 10 points. 10 marker question. Yes. Hmm? One is teaching. So through teaching, certain moral values, ethical values can be inculcated into children. Okay. Moral education. Yes. Yeah. So you learn from the culture of peers. So new values you inculcate when you interact with them. Then can hero worship be applicable for teachers? Yes. So you inculcate the values, you respect them. Okay, not just teachers, from somebody like somebody who comes and gives you a speech, etc. In educational institution, you try to inculcate those values in them. Then yes, so through educational institution, various experiences that you go through, right? They take you on excursions, they take you on various programs, Independence Day, Republic Day, patriotism as a value. How did you develop, right? Through these events. Very good. Then what else? Simple. That's what. There's nothing much difficult here. Then it's giving you knowledge through which you are trying to develop an critical mindset, which is very essential for you to learn values, develop values, shape your values. Without critical thinking, you can't do that. All that word underline. Okay. So those are all individual events, sense of togetherness, diversity, etc. You understand over there. Yes. Debate, discussion. So those kind of experience, somebody else. Yes. Very good. See, even in educational institution, they punish you for whether it is with respect to dressing, if you tell lies, if you are not, punctual, yes, following rules, you are punished. So any deviation, same thing, deviation tendencies, they are corrected by reward and punishment. So somebody who is talking, debating, and culturally active or studious, working hard, they will be rewarded. Others will be punished. You learn that this is new values. That is not. Yes, so those things, Gandhian values, etc., like philosophical, you can add to it. Next, yes. Role of educational institution. So yes, so teachers, role model, peers, diffuse values with each other. Then education institution comes up with systems, rules and regulations. They also help in inculcating those values, like rules on punctuality, rules of honesty, rules of discipline. Inculcate certain value of discipline, honesty in us also. Cleanliness as a value. Education, knowledge, therefore, essential foundation for developing a critical mindset. Scientific temperament. Help create new values, not just inculcate, but that critical thinking will help you to develop new values. We see, even in freedom movement, educated, middle class, etc. They are the ones who fought the freedom movement and brought about value change in our society. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, etc., who led social reforms. They did so because they had a very strong education, right? Something like that. So that is the role of educational institution. Okay. So this is role of education. Any doubt? Again, it is simple. It's about how you are able to inculcate as many points as you can think of, depending on the demand of the question. On this, we will try and solve one question later. Okay. So this is role of education. Then role of society as a whole. And in society, anything can be asked. Okay. So what is the how society can play a role? See, now education is part of the society. Family is a part of society. So that also is an answer, part of your answer. In addition to that, society has culture. So culture tells you what is value and what is not valuable, right? So through that, we are going to learn, right? So various social institution, what we said, family, educational institution, religion, okay, community organizations, cultural organization, political groups, right? So political parties, for example, they also inculcate values in individual as a member of society. See, now what has happened when we had a political party which was left wing? Okay, our values and ideologies would have been that if you look at our parents' generation or a grandparents' generation, the political ideology or political party like Nehruvian era, Indira Gandhi's time, the ideology was what? Socialistic in nature. Right. After 90s, the ideology changed. Right. It became more liberal, capitalistic. So you can see that generational difference. Okay. The difference like in money, the way you express. Correct. No. So that makes sense. Political ideology itself can influence our value system. Yes or no? Right. Then social experiences that we go through as a member of a community, as a member of the society, right? So civic engagement, social interaction, activities, and things like that. Then social exposures, okay, through various experiences. Okay, when we meet new people, we inculcate those values. Okay, when we go through a particular experience like COVID, right? From COVID, didn't we develop new values? Do you agree with that? So when we were all stuck, locked down, etc., so people realized the importance of family, right? So family bond, etc., increased. Then they realized so many things that happened. So experiences, background within the society, your personal experience. See, civil services experience, my journey has changed me as a person. My value also has changed. How it was before and how I am now is completely different because of the experience. Constant success can change your values. Constant failures can change your values. If you see all the toppers when they talk, we had 3 years, 3 attempts, 4 attempts, 5 attempt failures. We did that, we did this. So they would have changed their value over a period of time because of their experience, good or bad also. Bad experiences also, right? Some values are developed because of bad experiences also, right? Educational institution, then the society's ethical values, norms, expectations from the society also will shape our own values, correct? No, so we inculcate values from the society, so society's values becomes our values. There may be disharmony with that. That's what we discussed yesterday, private and public. When we don't abide by the public norms, there could be conflict, and then we try to change it from an ethical values also like that. Then there are so many agents which inculcate values. Social media, media, mass media, movies, right? Animal movie, for example, influences a lot of people, and they tend to cultivate those values of machoism, masculinity. There is a debate going on, or there was a debate going on, that such kind of movies, they spoil the society because they showcase patriarchy, machoism, and all of that, and things like that. So cigarette smoking, for example, right? So there was a debate that it should be banned in movies because we tend to hero worship those individuals in the movies and inculcate those values within us, bad as well as good. And ambassadors to voting, etc., we inculcate those values. If they are voting, we'll also vote. So something like the ads and social media, like the Fair and Lovely ad, alwa. So we inculcate that, okay, value, we start saying that, oh, this is good, that is bad, right? So something like that. So role of society. I think now, given the other two, I think you should be able to expand on your